play a live game. We just did a post-mortem with a game that I played with James last night, and James is also a Twitch broadcaster like myself, and he challenged me to a game last night, and it was a very excellent type of a game. He's a real sportsman. You can check out his channel. He's in my favorites. But let's get the show on the road and play a live game here now, shall we? After we did that post-mortem. So let's go over here to this and click there, create a game, and go for it. Here we go. And we are playing. We got gonna play a King's Gambit here. What are we playing against here? We're playing against a guy rated 1645. Kind of a premature attack with the queen there. But, not bad. Kind of wastes a couple of moves, but we got to make sure we don't waste moves. The knight can come out because there's not a lot of pawns to attack him. I'm just going to play some solid developing moves now. He's going to... that was just to protect that square against the advance of the knight. If he advances the knight, he loses a pawn. Now we just got to develop our bishop, and we'll decide which side we want to castle on. We're ahead on development here a little bit. Why don't we just keep playing fast on the clock, and if he advances that pawn again, well, he can't. We'll just take him. But now we can castle either way. But I'm going to keep him in suspense for a little bit because I don't really want to castle queenside with those pawns. They can advance pretty fast. You can always keep your king in the middle too. It's not a rule that you have to castle. So what are we going to do here? On the King's Gambit, for some reason, on tricky plays, the knight is really good here because it somehow helps on that diagonal. Now, I don't know that that's true in this case, but I'm doing like a little waiting game here, and we'll watch his clock run down. He's probably wondering what we're going to do there. The knight protects against this advance with the pawns too. He's got 1, 2, 3, and I've got 2, which is not quite enough, but it gives him something to think about. He might not be able to calculate all of that. Okay, that looks good. Now I got 3. I got 3 now that are... I got the rook now advancing that too. So he's got 3 and I've got 3. So why don't I just go ahead and do it? If he can take there, but I've got that guy that I can retake with. And now it looks like we're going to have a pretty strong attack. I put the knight over there thinking about this white diagonal, and it might actually work. Checking here to make sure. We can't really just sacrifice that knight though. I think we're going to have to move him back. Maybe should have done that a little bit differently. Can I bring the knight forward? Yeah, why not? There's nothing really to attack him. I'll just bring him up there. He's well protected by the queen, and he can't really attack with his knight or anything. I'm going to have to protect that pawn against that. And then I'm going to have to protect the bishop. I know what he's thinking about doing. He was hoping to win this knight by attacking me there, and if I retook with that, he could have had a little bit more of an elaborate combination there. Okay, let's see what we can do here. How are we doing on time? 2:51. Can we do anything here? The pawns there are good to protect it. The pawn kind of screws him up. I think I'm going to just try to advance up into the center here and break open the center. Okay, he's not going to have any of that though. But we've got 1, 2, 3. He's got 1, 2, 3. So yeah, we can do it. We've got the force. Well, actually we don't, but interesting. Do we have a check or anything? No. Okay. We can't take that knight. But that's all right. We'll come up here. That knight is still protected. If that pawn advances, then the knight can come over here and, you know, protected by that pawn. My idea is to bring this knight up into here now with one more, you know, man like encroaching on his position. Okay, and we already knew that, and we already prepared to come over here. That's going to open that file up for us if he takes that, because we get this pawn out of there. Okay, and then we come up over here, and really going to bear down strong on this pawn now with 2 pieces, and he's just protecting it by the queen. If he castles now, he's going to have a little problem with the advance of this queen up into here. If he, you know, puts his king over there. Okay. I think we're going to have to double our rooks. Or we could bring our queen up. Our queen is not doing much for us over here. And here it threatens more things. We got 3 on the attack now. He's thinking about coming up into here. If I take there, he takes there. I put him in check. Okay, I can do that. Because I put him in check and he's got to have to move his king. And it's good that this rook is here because it makes a wall here. Now where's that guy gonna go? I think the best place to put him is right up into there. If he checks me again, I take him. If he checks me there, I take him with my pawn. If he checks me there, I take him with my... Okay, now I can put him in check. He's going to have to move his king there. Now this is a crucial move. We got 36 seconds on the clock. I think I get more action there with the rook than anywhere else. I think I've got 23 seconds on my clock. This is not good. But hopefully I get a checkmate here. Like here is good with the queen, followed by here with the rook. Let's see what we get here. Not looking good for black right now. Okay, we got a checkmate. Let's do the post-mortem, and that's kind of an interesting game. We'll see if maybe, I will see if it was valid. That's a good thing you can do on Lichess. You just click the analysis there and then get the free computer analysis and click up here so it'll show you the next move. And let's just see how we did, if that was a valid game or not. Yeah, actually it was a very valid game. Look at the analysis here. Everything white is doing very, very well throughout the entire game. The only time it dipped down a little bit low, no big problem, was right there. But you're seeing a lot of white there. That's a valid opening. Let's check it out. That's what this channel is for, is to help everybody find openings that are good. That attack by the queen and then the retreat, you see, that's not bad for black. It gives white very, very little advantage. And it could be a good strategy. Okay, I'm just clicking through here kind of fast for the postmortem. You can look at the analysis here. White's marginally ahead by one little hair of a point, no big deal. They're giving me a question mark there. And you can see here, it just goes down just a little bit. But I liked that move to get my queen off the back so I can go one way or the other, and he has to think a little bit on his clock. And remember, I said the knight there gets some attacking on that white diagonal against the king. And that never, did it work out? Let's keep going. And then I wanted one more rook on the file. Okay, and that's interesting. Yeah. Okay, let me go back. Wait. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, let's click up to where we were. Okay, very sorry, I did the wrong. My mouse made a mess. I should have opened the file there because I wanted to open that file. I was thinking I moved up there and he would open the file, and of course it was ridiculously ill planned because he moved this pawn up, closing that file. It would have been better, much better, to take that, open the file. I moved up there, and rightfully they gave me a, yeah, and that was the whole thing that really slowed me down. But in the end, we did get the checkmate. We'll see how that goes. We're really far ahead right now on the clock. No, on the clock, no, we're behind on the clock, I should say. And we're not, if you look over here at these balls, we're just about even now, right now too. I'm just going to kind of click ahead till we really get far ahead so you can see where our really good move was. That was his blunder when he moved his knight up into there. And then we advanced our knight. That's another blunder. He's down by 8 points now, and I did the correct move. It's telling me to, infiltrate with the queen. That's kind of obvious. It gives a lot of possibilities, like a check on this diagonal, and it just looks like a good move. Lichess agrees. Oh, wow, that was a weird move. I mean, the knight would have been helpful back there, but you see, he's like losing against, really losing. He wants to sacrifice the queen there against my knight. You can see, I mean, I don't even see everything I can do, but I'm obviously winning very good here if Lichess is telling him to sacrifice his queen. But he moved his knight up. I do the check. He does that check. They're saying that I should have come back here. But, we won this game and we never went low. We're still up high, really high here on the white. He did the check. I did the correct move there, put him in check. Okay, the queen comes over, the king goes up. Oh, look, I'm right at the end, I'm just doing everything right. They're saying he should have checked there. He would have just lost his knight. I think it would have delayed him by a move. I had to come up here with the check because if I come here, obviously the queen, and now if he comes with the queen, it just delays it, the checkmate, by one move because, I go here, he goes there, and then I checkmate here. He moved the king back, I go there, and that's it. So interesting game, interesting post-mortem. Not too much to learn there, except when they do this check, if they do that check, advance your pawn, and you can see you've got, as white, you're in a good position, nothing spectacular, but you're slightly ahead with this position in the King's Gambit. So I hope you enjoyed the game, and we'll see you around next time. Bye-bye.